Ushio Tora episode 1, dude. I'm definitely gonna like this series. I'm definitely gonna enjoy it. MAPPA is going in. It's simple. It's straightforward. It just bleeds that throwback old school classic 90s shonen vibe, dude. And there's a reason for that. Because for those of you that don't know, this is an adaptation of a 90s shonen manga. And MAPPA is going, it's had OVAs and stuff like that in the past. I have never seen them. I've never been up on this series in the past. I've never read the manga or anything like that. But from my understanding of what MAPPA is doing, they're adapting the entirety of the manga, all 33 volumes, into this season, which is going to be 26 episodes, and then a second season of 13 episodes. And just with this setup alone, the character archetypes, the scenario, the yokai vibes, it just harkens to so many, classic shonen series from the 90s that I love, like, Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, etc. And also just the yokai, I love yokai series, dude. I love when demons are involved and stuff like that, like Nuraion. If it has anything, and I know this was a long-running shonen, so if it has anything like those kind of crazy, intricate story arcs, like something on that level with the yokai and different, classic yokai and tying that shit in, and also, chronicling, Ushio growing, maybe development of, this Chinese spear. There's probably other weapons of this nature, introducing more characters like that who are also priests, like Ushio's father and whatnot. It can be big. It's going to be awesome, dude. So I'm really enjoying the simple setup of this first episode. It just has those throwback vibes, and the way MAPPA is adapting this, like, just the attention to the art style, like Ushio's character model, Tora's character model, the look of everything. Like, instantly I was struck by it, and I'm thinking, like, along the lines of Parasite the Maxim, because that, Parasite was also in, like, an 80s manga, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of like bringing something old and making it slightly new, but their dedication to the kind of old aesthetic that was developed then is nice, because Parasite the Maxim, which I love, don't get me wrong, I love the adaptation, but they had this newer gloss to everything, which I think Ushio Tora and what MAPPA is doing with it, it's more dedicated to that 90s art style, and I love it, dude. It's nice. It's just refreshing to have this kind of throwback vibe, dude. It's just simple, straightforward, the shonen vibes that I grew up on and know and love, dude. And that's why I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this ride, the banter and the back and forth between Ushio and Tora. Like, Tora's like, I can't wait for my chance to kill you, and then I can get away and murder all these humans. And Ushio's like, you think I'm gonna let you get away with this shit? I can't wait till this is all cleaned up so I can plunge this spear back into you and lock you up in the basement. I was like, yo, this is gonna be so much fun. That, and on top of that, you have, these two love interests of Ushio, which definitely, you can't even say that girl Asako doesn't like Ushio. Like, she's the only one that's mean to him. Is some classic tsundere, I like you, but it's just that classic tsundere throwback vibe. And then Inoue, which Ushio's like waving at the invisible fish demons at the time, and she's like, he like grazes her chest, and Asako kicks him in the face, and she's like, Inoue's like, I don't mind. I'm like, dude, there's gonna be a lot of nice little, little romance, shonen romance going on between this little trio. The comedy between Ushio and his fucking father, dude, from the beginning of the episode. I was dying. I was like, this is just, there's something just so refreshing and nostalgic about it at the same time. Like, I know it's kind of oxymoronical, but it's just like, it's refreshing that it is so nostalgic and so throwback that we don't really see things like that in this day and age anymore. It's more about more complex or dynamic scenarios or everything like that. But this simple, straightforward nature, the comedy, the action, the nice premise with the yokai, I'm looking forward to see how things develop. And we can definitely get into all things if it follows the manga appropriately, because from what I understand, I've never read the manga, like I said, but I've looked into it. There's all kinds of crazy arcs, it's very story driven. There's some epic conclusion, but the prior OVAs, from what I've read, never really delved into that, because the manga had a lot of, just slice of life elements as well, filler, in certain arcs to kind of chronicle, Ushio and Tora's life, and probably different side stories and one-off, demon slaying things, the relationship with Asako and Inoue and everything like that, but they never chronicled the entirety of the story. And I believe the mangaka for this, Fujita, is actually working and overseeing the scenario and everything like that to make sure that this story-driven follows the manga to an extent. So I think it's going to be very streamlined. The pace is probably going to be beast. And if the battle animation goes in, and I know MAPPA has that in them, I'm really going to enjoy this series. So this first episode, it just gave me those classic vibes, It's nothing mind-blowing right now, like the animation, but MAPPA's going in. The budget is nice, and it looks good. I'm excited for the setup, and I can't wait to see more this year. So I'm definitely going to be reviewing this for at least the foreseeable future. It also has that vibe to me where I definitely could see myself wanting to just put it on hold and collect some episodes and just marathon straight through, because it definitely has that kind of vibe. But we'll see how it goes. For the time being, I'm definitely going to be reviewing it and watching it weekly because it's just a fun series. I want to see what's up. I want to see where it goes. I want more of these characters, the comedy, the action, see the dynamic between Ushio and Tora grow. So it's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be a fun ride. I'm really excited for it. Enjoyed this first episode. Let me know your thoughts and everything, and I'm out. Peace.